Ezemidlalo Azishe guys ulinge gcwabe niyazi nihleli nilandelela isporting squad zaselokishini especially lapha in NNB eGqeberha. Today ke lapha ke Loyiso High School kulapho abantwana besikolo be-netball bajima khona, but ke uyakhumula sisikolo after school ngoku bayajima, but camka nimekunye nomiss wabo uzasixelela yena bana ithini ibalance between umntana wesikolo kunye nencwadi zakhe nesport. Ithini mama la balance xana ifuneka umntana ibalance sile?
Okay, mandizibulisele ke mna ndingulungiswa amabandlela ndilapha esikolo ePhiloyiso responsible for i-netball. Kubalulekile kakhulu abantwana babadlale ezemidlalo noba ngeyiphi noba i-netball noba isoka, because umntana xa edlala uba nomdla nasezincwadini aqhube kakuhle, because khona laa nto ithi healthy mind in a healthy body. But ke funeke abantwana bakwazi ubhalansisa imidlalo kunye nencwadi. Umzekelo after school bajima hour 1 hour or 3 to 4 whereby ba practice then bajime balungiselele ne-matches zayo. Enkosi.
Apha esikolweni iyenza njani program yenu ma'am for abantwana bakwazi ufumana enough time lokupractice especially netball, and also zingaphi ezinazo i-divisions ze-netball abantwana benabazana?
I-division esinazo okwangoku I think it's about 4 or 5.
Okay.
Then under 13 bakhona, under 14, under 15 or under 16 open. Yeah.
Wow guys, niyavazela zininzi ezemidlalo ezi-netball actual divisions. Ma'am ilento siyabona if got good facility yenu like ibala lenu right, and not only ibala for a netball, it's multi-field which whereby limixile not only netball. Ithini plan yenu to utilize le nayo i-facility?
Into eyenzekayo apha siye sincediswe, umzekelo nje uba ndingutitsharakazi ngamaxesha amaninzi mna ndibikwazi uba khona. Sometimes ndine-extra classes, ndineentoni, so sesincediswe ke ngoku nguZintle Matika oye wasincedise to make sure abantwana bayajima bayathini. And ke ngoku nezikolo zingaphandle like izikolo into besiyiplana ke ngoku into yobana sibe nee-tournaments around izikolo, ngoba elibala sinalo liselibala elitsha silifumene kulo nyaka ngoncedwa ngu-Sports Revolution. Ke wasisenzela elibala nilibonayo lihle, nathi ke ngoku abantwana banomdla kakhulu.
Inkosi ma'am usilakho nebela kakhulu all the best lonyaka kwi-sports zakho netball for abantwana bakho.
Inkosi kakhulu.
Guys, ezemidlalo Azishe, now I'm going to be joined by coach wabo uZintle Matika usebhizi ukhosha abantwana phayana. Uzixela bana ithetha uthini as umqeqeshi wasesikolweni ukuba nabantwana abadlala i-netball esikolweni. Zintle coach, ithetha uthini having abantwana abadlala i-netball kuwe kwisikolo with enhle olhlobo i-facility?
Well, mandizibusele imandi into yoba ibala elinje kwisikolo selokishini, because into enqabileyo leyo, ne nokubona ke abantwana bedlala be-active, because exesha abantwana basezibhedini xa begodukile benqena ukwenza into yesincwadi sesikolo umntana exesha afuna udlala isport. Yabona ke iweather inakho ukubanda, abanye abezanga ke kukonqena, yabo, kodwa ke it's very good to see abantwana aba-committed kwisport nasezincwadini.
Guys, Azishe uzixela bana abanye abantu bayazi bana ibhola lomnyazi i-netball bana what it entails, how many positions ezikhoyo ebaleni. Sababona as I keep on saying bana abanye kubona o-GD ku-netball, ubona o-C, ubona o-GA, like zinhle umuntu ongayaziyo ubukele u-Azishe ezemidlalo as a coach is routine ezo zinto ezo o-GA and your GDs, man.
Well, we have 7 positions.
Okay.
Netball. 3 defenders, 3 attackers, nesusu ke i-center.
Okay.
So goalkeeper, defender goal shooter.
Okay.
Yabona kakuhle phayana u-GD no-GK ngabantu abasebenzisanayo ukudefenda ibhola bamayangene esekileni ki-shooting circle. And then we have i-goal attack ne-goal shooter. And then kukho i-center ne-wing attack. I-center ne-wing attack abantu abancedisanayo for ufeeder i-shooters.
And siyayazi netball ibala ngo-1 2 and then umuntu ubukele ekhaya kazi namba ndiyazi netball, I'm learning every day how to get the points, the rules in the netball. Some sporting codes zilawula nge-rules, ezinye zilawula nge-laws. I-netball yona ilawula ngantoni and naba ye-points?
Zohlukile ke because i-leagues azifani, so i-rules azizofana, but i-basic rules ke umzekelo xa bakuthiwa kuyadlalwa i-league iteam ewinileyo ithatha 2 points
Yeah.
engawinanga u0 i-draw ngu1 yabona nee-tournaments ke zaye zenze ezo rules and then they also include males ngoku netball which is fun nathi sinayo email apha edlala isenta ke izalozijoyina kulo nyaka. And then kwezinye ke-tournaments they don't include males. Bakhetha ubadlalisa bodwa ingabi yi-mix. And then ngeziphi ezinye rules, there are a lot of rules man ke-netball zohlukile kodwa but they're more or less the same.
And like when as I've asked ma'am before ufike ne tithi kuni when as a coach having enhle olhlobo facility, what are your goals as a coach this season if ikhona ileague ranayo yezikolo?
So this year khona ileague esifuna uyiqala as sports revolution and we were motivated yizizikolo i-high schools. We realized into yobana i-high schools azina league netball, so besiba uyiqala ke from May until September. Obviously asikwazi ugqithela ke kuba i-exams yabo, so sifuna udlalisa nje i-period encinci. So we hoping ke zonke izikolo zaselokishini zizayijoyina le league ukubona ibe yinto enkulu kudlala. Obviously ke zaba khona i-prizes but we can't say now. But it's very exciting. Lo nyaka I think exciting kakhulu kwi-high schools because we're going to bring a lot of sports. Hopefully nezinye sport codes ke sizawujoyina le nto siyizamayo.
Coach, inkosi sana kakhulu.
Inkosi kakhulu.
Guys, Azishe ezemidlalo ngiyazivela ngocoach uSinhle Sibabana kuninzi okuzayo kwezemidlalo especially kwi-netball. Now uzawusicoachela sibona ngxedla netball ezemidlalo Azishe. Babukele emakhaya ezemidlalo Azishe niyayazi ke every episode ku Azishe siniphathela umuntu wayedlala isport okanye mhlambe ku sport or maybe he's doing a sports administrator, but as long as the person that we are interviewing on the second segment yethu lena niyazi ku Azishe we are profiling someone, but ngoku I'm with Uzola he's well known ke ngabamazi as a coach as a chaklas, but wena ukhona ecamkwami mfuna ibe nguye osixelelayo bana ngubani Uzola nabona coach Kubani Uzola, abantu wants to know Uzola because of yes abakhula nawe they know you, but who is Zola?
Yeah, inkosi kakhulu lingecwabe. Uzola ngumthembu lo uqhudeni umpafane. Yeah. Ndizalwa intombi yasemagqirheni. Igama lami nguZola Zuzile. Ndaziwa ngolika Chaklas. Soccer, I've played soccer, now I'm a coach. I started playing soccer for a local team called Atlantic City in KwaZakele. Then Budwam watenga in the Motherwell. So we moved to Motherwell. And then Motherwell, we stayed in Motherwell, NU6. And then from NU6, there was a team called Arsenal before it was changed to subs. So Bratol Ngalo formed a team at Arsenal, introduced us to under 16, and then we played under 16 under him. We were dominant in Motherwell as Arsenal. We were really dominant. And then subs lured us to come in and join them. And then, I was the strongest fan team in soccer. So, then Pratol decided to say, no, only this boy. I remember there was a tournament in ANC, Wilson Stadium. There was big team, P Tigers, your Gabbers, everyone was there. And then I was sitting in the grandstand, to be surprisingly, sitting in the grandstand, so we go to first team. And then one of the senior members of Money Injured, Patrick Moyake, may his soul rest in peace. And then Patrick Moyake Pratol decided to call me on the grandstand. I thought maybe he wanted me to this was an escape, I wanted night or something. I think it was hardly 10 minutes it kindly came. And then that's when my career started in football. And then one guy figure go here to Pratol, no, Chaklas, I want you to replace Patrick. There is some substitute in the bench. But no, go in and play first team. This is your game now. We're playing against Ikeba. That's when my career started. I know this boy is going somewhere. I even scored the winning goal for his subs, a winning ANC tournament in that one game. So, but I was scared, but then butterflies just got off. Then I scored this one goal, and then after that, the history was yeah.
Breaking the cycle from Azishe from Musa standing going to good game. Obvious school and was these nerves and also stage fright. At that time, go was a corner.
Yo, there was to be honest with you, it was frightening. Because you get in the field and there's names that you respect, like Obra Cosmo Moli, the ex-pushback player, and then Ngenebali no Cobra Douglas subs. I'm like, and then Pratol said to me, "We're going to play number 9. You're going to play the same position with Patrick Abela." Butterflies were in my stomach. Like, I couldn't even stand. I didn't even have soccer boots. So I thought I went here reserve soccer boot and soccer boots. Yeah. And then I played. I played. The nerves were, after you touched the first touch, and then the nerves were gone. I started playing well, and then the history was like, oh, wow. Apparently, you don't know who's watching. Yeah. So apparently, Peter stand here. Hardly maybe 1 season. Peter bought a status of Vorogom. Yeah. And then back then, Vorogom. Sorry, back then. Sorry.
If you check when I coach, you'll see that most of H2P will talk about Rainbow Stars, P Tiger, Park United. They will speak about that. The level of football back then and currently, as much as we don't like to compare, but where it needs to improve.
Yeah, Linga, it's sad, very, very sad. There is a lot these boys that I don't want to compare them to us, because our level was up there and we didn't have chances as compared to them now. If it was like way back then, getting any overseas, like any professional and so overseas, or like Penny McCarthy's and them. But now the eagerness and the nothando letiski alukho kubafana bakhoyo ngoku ewe bayadlala bakhona I don't want to blame bonke but bakhona abadlalayo but as compared to us linge abanayo into ethi ndiyayithanda isoccer. I've coached, I've even
most bayacula ngoba shaya content bayacula abafana abasidlala kakhulu ibhola.
Exactly linge once intwana ibe ngathi irightana things that is made it. In football you made it up until you get to age of 35, and then you can say, yeah, I made it. But you can never say now you're still young and you think that you're young. You need to have your head down. You need to have like respect. But there is, I don't want to blame them all, but there is some that are banembeko, but there is some that don't have respect. And when it comes to football, football made me linge. There's always smile on my face. I don't cross in the zabantu karongo. So as nayo londo leyo. As now they don't have loyalty, they don't have but not so long. But to be honest, if I was living in this time, I would be a professional soccer player.
Coach, in Motherwell, not only in Motherwell, actually around the NMP, when they see you, they see Iron Man.
Yeah, the brand has just swallowed me, they just to be honest with you, Iron Man is my life. Yeah. Iron Man swallowed me. And they give me a chance, like yes, soccer was traveling around the country, but to be part of this family, Iron Man has made me. But I don't wanna leave football out. Okay. Football is my life, because even now, even the I make sure that the teams in Motherwell are looked after, and then still give back to football. I still pay referee fees for any team if I still give izinto like give them backpacks and. But yeah, but Iron Man has been it's been a family to me. Yeah. There's been that's since 2013 I've been with this company. They've been good to me. I've traveled the world. I've been all over the world.
I'm coming there.
Yeah, but yeah, Iron Man is my life to me, and I don't see me doing anything except working for my athletes. I make sure that my athletes are looked after. So. That's me for now. But when it comes to football is really my life.
On your mark.
Jane, as much as you have won today the race, how do you feel for being a champion?
I'm feel good because the race was good for me today. It is my first time, but I try my best and I win.
When you try your best, tell us, how was your preparations going to Absarang?
My manager will program me. Yeah. Then I can run another race in South Africa.
So what's your next race in South Africa?
I don't know. My manager knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for your time, ne?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
MMC, as much as UABSA and Nikile this opportunity to host the race up at NMB, as MMC as a sports, what it means, Goni?
Kuti, it means a lot of things because this is boosting the economy as well. Jobs are created through this, temporary jobs are created, and our business side is also getting an opportunity to make money, you understand, in terms of the hotels and other things that are even the local SMMEs that are renting out things, they are getting something out of this. It means a lot to us because it's boosting our economy.
And secondly, after for umphakathi okhoyo apha, what's your message to abantu basemakhaya to come and join these races?
Abantu abasemakhaya, I would really encourage them to please join the race. It's coming back next year again. We are looking at a different venue to accommodate more numbers. So people must please join. It's actually fun. I wanted to run myself today, but I have a little bit of flu. But it's fun, really.
Lastly, MMC, what's next for NMB actually on the side of athletics?
We're going to have another race at Motherwell Freedom. It's called the Motherwell Freedom Run. It will be held, I think, on the 26th of this month. Yes, that's what's coming up next, yes. Thank you so much.
Ramek, today you turned out superb, man. Take us through the runs.
Thank you guys. Thank you for always being there for us. A great day for Nelson Mandela. Great day for Rebecca. Great day for athletics. SA record is broken again. Second time in Rebecca. It is then a fact that this is a record-breaking city. You know, city of records, city of champions. You know. Nevertheless, the race sold out 2 weeks before the actual date. We clocked 4,500 entries. We could have gone beyond that, but now remember, now there are strict safety and security measures, you know, within the area as to what will be the cap. But other than that, thanks to Stillwater, thanks to ABSA, thanks to EPA, LOC, the Nelson Mandela Bay Municipality for such a great initiative and partnership for us to host such a beautiful race.
As always, Mr. Bakoya, what we're going to ask about the next race. Now we're done with ABSA Run. We're moving forward now for your next race. Can you please, man, invite the local athletes, local teams to join the race?
Yes, the next race is Motherwell Freedom Run, 26 April, Raymond Mhlaba Sports Center, Motherwell, just behind the Motherwell Shopping Complex. Siyacela, siyabongoza, imbaleki maziphume ngobuninzi bazo. I-race ivulile kwi-online entries, ikhona nakwi-sport shops zethu. And then the big one, the 28th June, the Nelson Mandela Bay Half Marathon at Pollock Beach. It's also open online. People can come in numbers. These events that I'm mentioning are solely events in partnership with the Nelson Mandela Bay under the Nelson Mandela Legacy Project. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Today you're an athlete, you ran around 10K.
Yeah, I must say this is one of the best races here in our province. If you look at everything, the organization, you know, everything. Fortunately, today I was also one of the contenders for the 70 plus. But everything was so well organized. We started in our beginning at our specific place where we started. Everything went well, you know. It was. And the weather was actually great. I must say the weather was great. It wasn't too cold, and after about 2 k's you turn right, and then you get a little bit of an uphill. Now, when you're getting old, the uphills really eat you up, but it's not so bad. Actually, it's okay. And then you get a little bit down again to catch up from the up. All the water points were actually very, very well organized, and you know the hype. There was all these. I was running actually, and suddenly I saw a lot of smoke, and I said, "What is going on here?" And it was from that funny thing they have next to the road. But you know, it all creates that atmosphere. It's all about, you know, the experience, and I think people experience now the beauty about running, the beauty about movement. You know, if you can move, it's so nice. And then we came in and, you know, towards the end it was a little bit down again. But, you know, when I saw that finishing line, I was really so happy. I was really tired.
The president always mentioned the East development in athletics actually. You have seen a lot of turnout of the junior today where you came from Saran. What's your take on that?
I must tell you that our youngsters from the rural areas, they were here. And even my own program in Ndlambe, the youngsters were here. They started passing me at about 7Ks to 8Ks because they started later most. But some of them finished ahead of me and they passed me at 7, 8, 9Ks. All of them, their eyes were so big, you know, and you could see they're really happy. And at the end, I saw some of them coming to me and thanking me, you know, that they could be here. And also at the same time, they were so happy to be in a race where the South African record fallen, you know. I mean, that's incredible for them. And they were looking, they were there, they were watching him. So that in itself, you know, create that kind of atmosphere where we know these youngsters will work towards also becoming somebody like him. And to me, that is what it's all about. This is all about that.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thanks for your time and appreciate it, man. Thanks,
buddy. Appreciate it.
Please, man, take us through the race. How was the race?
Honestly, it was pretty good for the most part, but we wanted to run fast today and we had a few paces there and unfortunately we were just a little off early on, and when we got up the hill right at before 3K, I knew like we are way off, and I just made a big push for it from there onwards and trying to get to 5K. And when we reached 5K in 13:56, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to make a big push if I want to still break the record. And so I just made a big push all the way from there. And I knew I was gonna pay for it a little bit towards the end because the wind was picking up quite a lot. And just moving to the last few kilometers, I knew it's gonna be so close, and I was able to push really hard the last end of it, and I was happy to get away with the record.
And also, you break the record, man. Actually, it's a record to break today. How do you feel for breaking the record?
The goal was here to come and break the record. I flew all the way from the US to make this possible, and I have such an enormous amount of people around me that support me, and I just want to shout out to them for making this day possible, and also the organization for making this event possible, and all the supporters. But yeah, very happy about the record. That was the primary goal, and I wanted to get the record as well, the overall win, and I was really squeezing the last 5 kilometers to make sure that I get the win, but also get to the record as close as possible, and I was able to get away with the record as well. So I'm happy about that.
You mentioned something on Friday whereby you say whenever you're in South Africa, it's nice for you to race here. You've got a big support of the family element. Can you please touch on that?
Yeah, it's amazing, you know, all the running, the atmosphere always is culturally, it's so much different from what I'm used to in the US. So every time I come back, it just reminds me back of the junior years I had with all these big 10K races we did, and there's so many people, everybody's just having fun. You can just look around and there's just people supporting me all the way through the race, and I knew there was a bunch of people waiting for me at the finish line, and that gave me a lot of energy and motivation and inspiration to really push when I was getting really tired.
Lastly, and to win at home, man, what's the message to up-and-coming racers, since athletes, since you're one of the soil?
Yeah. Well, say that again.
What's the message to up-and-coming athletes, since you're one of the
Yeah, I would just say, you know, it's like that's such a cliche, but you have to work hard in all facets of your life. And running just provided me with an opportunity to explore all avenues of my life, and I was working really hard academically as well, and that allowed me to get academic scholarships in the US, and that provided me to get in an environment where I can really excel and doing well in both sides of the world. I got my MBA a couple years ago, and so I was doing that while I was running, and so my message to the young upcoming athletes is like not only focusing on sport but also on your academics and making sure that you can sustain both parts of your life really well, and that will ultimately make you successful because it gives you the drive. And also when you work in both sides, it kind of keep you away from all the distraction as well. And so work hard in running but as well as academically.
Lastly, what's next for you?
I think I'm not quite sure. Tomorrow I'm gonna decide when I'm gonna do the South African Championships later this month. But eventually in the summer, around June, July, I'll do the Paris Diamond League and the Monaco Diamond League, and later on the World Champs in Tokyo. Yeah.
All the best, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for your time, man.